Clearly older women, and especially older women who have led an active life, or elder women who successfully maneuver through their own family life, have so much to teach us about sharing, patience, and wisdom. On the one hand, the idea of marriage and the sort of traditional family life repulses me, but on the other hand, I long for it. You know what I mean? I'm constantly in conflict with things. And it is because of my past and my upbringing and the journey that I've been on. Writing about your family is the hardest thing, unless you had the perfect happy family life, which very few of us have had. Family life is too intimate to be preserved by the spirit of justice. It can be sustained by a spirit of love which goes beyond justice. One of the primary purposes of civilization, and certainly its primary strength, is the guarantee that family life can flourish in unity, peace, and order. My family life and my ideals, my commitment to the community and to other people, all people, has been improved. I think less about myself and more about my community today. Barack Obama was elected during my second year of college, and save for his skin color, he had much in common with Bill Clinton, despite an unstable life with a single mother, aided by 2 loving grandparents. He had made in his adulthood a family life that seemed to embody my sense of the American ideal. There are countless studies on the negative spillover of job pressures on family life, but few on how job satisfaction enhances the quality of family life. Working 24 hours a day isn't enough anymore. You have to be willing to sacrifice everything to be successful, including your personal life, your family life, maybe more. If people think it's any less, they're wrong, and they will fail. I do not see my family life in any way, shape, or form as an opportunity for a photo. Enough is enough. 6 years you serve the countries. You've been working hard. You sacrifice your time, even your life, and even your family life. So it's time for me to go back as a private citizen, and contribute to the Thai society outside political arena. When I went to Philadelphia I was 26 years old and really sitting on top of the world. Family life, a professional career, plenty of friends and associates, and a good reputation, a wish list that could be the envy of many. One of the things in the back of my mind is that, after my sports experience, I never want to be totally consumed by any one endeavor other than my family life. Only as far as a man is happily married to himself is he fit for married life and family life in general. Absence is one of the most useful ingredients of family life, and to dose it rightly is an art like any other. I oppose any attempt to grant homosexual unions the same legal privileges that civil government affords to traditional marriage and family life. I had a very special family life. My mother and father made sure when we were home, we were part of the family, not a TV star. And the other thing, my father was fully employed while I was doing the series. The growing diversity of family life comes with new possibilities as well as new challenges. The left dismisses talk about the collapse of family life and talks instead about the emergence of the growing new diversity of family types. I come from a great family. I've seen family life and I know how wonderful, how nurturing, and how wonderful it can be. What I learned from architectural drafting is that everything has to have a plan to work. You just can't wing it. I can't get all the materials I need for a house and just start building. Whether it's a career, family, life, you have to plan it out. But if each man could have his own house, a large garden to cultivate in healthy surroundings, then, I thought, there will be for them a better opportunity of a happy family life. Having the balance of a work life and a family life has been so good for me. Why, on my mother's birthday, am I thinking about Father Knows Best? At our house, Mother knew best at least as often as Father did, but then the title of the old sitcom, a homogenized portrait of American family life, was meant to be slightly sardonic. I don't hope for anything, not only in my professional life, but in my family life also. My total lifestyle is like that. Kids and family life are only as good as your wife, and she's amazing. My family life reads a bit like Little House on the Prairie. I was big sister to Joan, Renee, and brother William, and we grew up in Dalkey, a little town 10 miles outside of Dublin. It was a secure, safe and happy childhood, which was meant to be a disadvantage when it comes to writing stories about family dramas. I have frequently been questioned, especially by women, of how I could reconcile family life with a scientific career. Well, it has not been easy. If you cannot work on the marriage or the woman is a moron, staying married and cheating makes the most sense because divorce is disruptive to the family life and your bank account. The great danger for family life, in the midst of any society whose idols are pleasure, comfort and independence, lies in the fact that people close their hearts and become selfish. The informality of family life is a blessed condition that allows us all to become our best while looking our worst. I know enough of the family life of officers. I scarcely know my own children or they me. Family life is a blueprint of my life. It was horrible and physically gruesome in a way the book doesn't attempt to capture. It was emotionally very bleak. Family life was wonderful. The streets were bleak. The playgrounds were bleak. But home was always warm. My mother and father had a great relationship. I always felt safe there. Even when my parents were together, they both had to travel and work, and it wasn't like they had 9-to-5 jobs. In that way, it wasn't a normal family life. Although I have a busy work schedule, I make sure I spend time with my family and create a balance between my work and family life. I think togetherness is a very important ingredient to family life. Family life itself, that safest, most traditional, most approved of female choices, is not a sanctuary, it is, perpetually, a dangerous place. Family life is fragmenting in this modern age, but it's up to all of us to keep it together. I've worked with Tim Burton 5 times, and it's just like being part of a family. Life doesn't get much better than that. Women are, in my view, natural peacemakers. As givers and nurturers of life, through their focus on human relationships and their engagement with the demanding work of raising children and protecting family life, they develop a deep sense of empathy that cuts through to underlying human realities. My family had a lot to do with my infamous life. They were the inspiration behind me starting to write. I had an interesting family life dating way back, and they did a lot in their lifetime. The effects of unresolved trauma can be devastating. It can affect our habits and outlook on life, leading to addictions and poor decision-making. It can take a toll on our family life and interpersonal relationships. It can trigger real physical pain, symptoms, and disease. And it can lead to a range of self-destructive behaviors. Personally, fame never really played any part in our family life. Happiness is being content with what you have, living in freedom and liberty, having a good family life and good friends. I don't believe in revenge. When people are bullies, it's because of a deeper-rooted issue. Either their family life is tough or they're being bullied by someone bigger than they are. It is the logic of consumerism that undermines the values of loyalty and permanence and promotes a different set of values that is destructive of family life. I didn't have any expectations of what my family life would end up being like, but I've been very blessed in my life to have a wife who loves me and supports me and is able to be in my band and travel with me. Our family life, before figure skating turned it upside down, seemed normal. Our town of Riverside, Connecticut, was part of Greenwich, and we had the advantage of their wonderful community, with great beaches and beautiful parks. The richest inheritance any child can have is a stable, loving, disciplined family life. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.